Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Andrea Murka coming at you guys with another video. So today we're going to be going over more specifically Module 7, and it is describing the visualization of data. And the main topic we're going to be going over today is something that I found personally very interesting and intriguing because it actually plays a role in my everyday life. So it's going to be about the CSI effect debate. And you guys all might be wondering, what is the CSI effect? Well, let me tell you guys. So the CSI stands for crime scene investigation. So the CSI effect is the influence of crime dramas, for example, TV shows, crime media, and how it plays a part on public perception and how it really creates unrealistic expectations and how it influences the abundance of speed of forensic evidence in real criminal cases. And I know a lot of you guys are wondering, well, how does this play a part in your everyday life, Andrea? Well, I'm glad you guys asked. So, I am one who likes to be informed on a daily basis. I like to scroll on my phone, and when I see a video about some type of news case, a murder, a crime scene investigation, I am stuck to my phone, guys. Let me tell you guys, I am watching that video, eyes are glued to the phone. I personally just find it really interesting and really fast-paced. So I know a lot of you guys are wondering, why would the CSI effect be bad? Doesn't it bring more attention to these forensic crimes? And wouldn't it get more people interested in about forensics? And part of that is true, because I actually have a friend who watches the same type of videos that I watch, and she's actually pursuing a career in forensics. So proud of her. But like I said, these all sound like good things towards the forensic community as a whole, right? Or crime scene investigations. Why is it bad? Well, let me tell you guys that scientifically proven, it is said it is to lead to increased demands for more interactive or sophisticated forensic proof in trials. It affects both the prosecution strategies as well as the jurors' perceptions of evidence presented in court. To sum it up, it means that it is an exaggerated portrayal that honestly just creates unrealistic expectations. It creates them among jurors, amongst lawyers, and honestly, it also creates an unrealistic idea towards the public, as well as the capabilities of speed of forensic science and how it solves crimes. For instance, towards how it kind of speeds up or makes it fast-paced when actually it's really the process of accurately depicting an individual towards a crime scene. It takes a lot of time, and that's actually called prosecution. So let's say that during a show, a DNA study or a fingerprint is found, right? So throughout the show, they get the DNA or maybe a hair fiber. They get the DNA from that and they run it through some tests. Within 5 to 10 minutes, or maybe even in the next scene, the results are there. And it can accurately depict who the murderer is or who committed the crime, right? So in actuality, let's say same situation. Investigators find a source of DNA, maybe a fingerprint, hair, and they run it through testing. That does not take 5 to 10 minutes, let me tell you guys. That takes days, weeks, or even months to accurately depict someone. And even so, it might not even be accurately presented, So, also, speaking about fingerprints, so in crime TV shows or crime scenes portrayed in social media, you can see like that they're investigating the crime scene and they stumble across a fingerprint, right? They just dust it up, boom, they have the fingerprint, they know who the person is, right? Well, that's actually a really common misconception, because fingerprints, getting fingerprints off of any kind of surface requires attention, and it can be really time consuming in order to correctly receive that fingerprint from the surface. Also, another misconception brought to my attention is the way evidence is seen by the judge or a courtroom. So when we see these types of TV shows or media about crime or investigations, it is seen that evidence can be given to the judge or the courtroom in very different ways. The actual way the evidence is given to the judge in a courtroom or listed throughout the proceedings is in order to correctly and legally proceed with evidence in court, it has to go through a long process, and honestly, it's not as fun as it looks in TV shows. As you guys saw before, or as I told you guys earlier, these types of misconceptions do play a part in how the public perceives these types of crime investigations, and it can honestly lead to a lot of backfire from the community as a whole. And let me just list to you guys some examples of these crime TV shows. One of the most known ones is Law and Order, which is the Special Victims Unit. And basically, it just goes over the same things we talked about. Throughout episodes, they investigate different crimes, they find different killers, different actions. They just go over forensics as a whole. Another TV show that's pretty common between people my age is YOU. And it's about this man who is a stalker and a murderer, and I don't know if I said any, guys, I'm so sorry if I said any spoilers, but I'm just giving a basic rundown. I promise. But they just came out with a new season. It's on Netflix. It's really good. I watched it personally, and I really liked it. And now that I know about the CSI effect, I kind of see it being put into these shows and how it plays a part in actuality. And actually, I'm going to be going over kind of a famous debate about the CSI effect. It is said and researched thoroughly that when individuals watch these crime shows, and for example, they're going to commit a crime, or if criminals watch a certain TV show, that in actuality it is really feared that these criminals will learn how to better conceal their crimes, and how these criminals have extensive knowledge regarding the evidence as a whole and how they could better their methods, right? Well, X proves the TV shows, at least most of them, don't accurately depict how fingerprints can be lifted or how DNA is tested, and it just creates a lot of false or debunked false actions that aren't actually committed when investigators are investigating a crime scene. So I know a lot of people are worried about that, but I'd also like to add that it has been researched and scientifically proven and statistically shown that criminals who have watched these TV shows or crime media have not been influenced by these ideas of creating better criminals, right? It's actually proven that they don't help these criminals. Another fact that I found interesting, because I was looking into it a while ago, is Fran got interested in her career of forensics and crime investigation due to her interest in her watching these crime TV shows. Well, she's actually not the only one. I know a lot of people who are pursuing a career or lifestyle due to what they watch. So, research shows that these forensic TV shows, and some more including... So, research shows that these crime investigation scenes or TV shows have had influence on public's perception and how it creates interest in studying forensic science and pursuing jobs in those specific fields. It also indicates that the study surveys data from students in these forensic classes and courses, and it regards their interest towards the forensic science TV shows. And I know other people in other fields who have also been influenced by TV shows. It's a pretty common thing, actually. I know friends who are obsessed with Grey's Anatomy, and because of that, they're pursuing a career in the health field. And I know others who are obsessed with... To summarize the podcast as a whole, as well as the module and assignment of the CSI effect, these things we watch do influence us. They do. They play a part in what we see every day, and therefore they play a part in what we know. So overall, I really found this topic really interesting. It opened my eyes as to what I'm watching and how I depict it as a whole, as well as how it plays a part in what I see or what I think is real or not. So, well, thank you guys so much for listening. I honestly had a lot of fun recording this episode, and I also... Again, I'm not used to editing, so if you guys want to give me any pointers or leave any comments on it, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys had a good day today, and please have a good day tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.